Hello and welcome to the channel and welcome to another Lost reaction. This is Season 4 Episode 5 and it's called The Constant. And I'm sure that title will make sense as the episode progresses, but right now I haven't got a clue what it could actually mean. So in the last episode we had Kate's trial. Something we really needed to... Well, we needed to know about it. I don't know whether we really needed to see it, but it was very illuminating. We really needed to know how she's free in that distant future scene that we saw with her and Jack. Bearded Jack. So there was an important episode. But it seems like the Oceanic Six have concocted this story of them being castaways fighting for survival to the authorities, to the world. And they're sticking to it like glue. Jack even lied in court. Yeah, Jack who couldn't lie about his own father. And ended up getting his father struck off the medical profession. And Jack lied in court to save Kate. And he did mention before to Hugo about you're not going to tell, are you? So it seems obvious why they've lied. Because the explanation of what actually happened on the island is rather hard to swallow. And perhaps they're under some sort of gag order or threat order, so that they daren't reveal the truth about the island. That much is obvious, but it's the way they're sticking to it. Aaron. Kate has a son called Aaron. Heavily implied that that's Claire's Aaron, meaning that Claire might not have got off the island. But Aaron did. Now I can see that happening. If Claire couldn't go, for some reason, she'd want at least her baby to be safe. Maybe. Or maybe it is actually Kate's son and is just named for Claire's son. As I said, the implication is that is the Aaron. And for some reason, Kate is looking after or adopted Aaron as her own. Which beggars the question, why? What happened to Claire? Also beggars the question, why was Jack so dismissive of him? Started off thinking it was Jack's child, but his actions are unusual. And it can't be because that's his nephew, because there is no way on earth he could possibly ever know that that's his nephew, if you think about it. Claire didn't know her father's name, and she barely knew him. She only met him a couple of times. So even if Claire talked about everything she knew about her father, there's nothing in there that would make Jack suspicious that that could be his half-sister. And again, Jack could talk for hours and hours about everything he knows about his father, and it would never raise a suspicion to Claire, because Claire just doesn't know enough, doesn't even know his name. So there's no way on earth that any conversation could result in Claire and Jack realising they are siblings. So it can't be that. It has to be something else. But I don't know what. Okay, let's get back to the Oceanic Six. So we've got 6 people now. We've been introduced to 6 people that have survived and are in the future off the island. Saeed, Ben, Jack, Kate, Hugo and Aaron. But somehow I don't think that Ben is one of the 6. Something tells me his return was under the radar. I don't know why. I think it's something because these 4 parachutists have come in, and the one thing that they're after is Ben. Their primary objective is Ben. I thought it was to capture him, but maybe it isn't to capture him. Maybe it's to bring him home because his boss wants to see him, or something like that. Because Ben's got Sayid operating as an assassin, killing off people that are getting too close to the truth. Or ex-Dharma. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Also, I think I may have an idea, or at least a theory, about who was in that coffin in the far future. Now, aside from Jack and Kate, it could pretty much be anybody else that we've met. And it could be anybody we haven't met as well. Jack and Kate are the only people it can't be. So who is in that coffin? I tried to do a little thought experiment on that one. Place each character in the coffin and see if Jack and Kate's responses ring true, make sense. And for most of them, they don't. You know, Kate's quite a caring person. There's no way she'd be that dismissive of anybody except for John Locke. I think John Locke is in the coffin. I think at some point Jack realises that he has to get back to the island, because obviously he was taking all those flights. He mentioned in the future he was taking all those flights in the hope that it will crash. So he's desperate to get back to the island, and then he realises that John Locke, with his deep understanding of how the island works, may be his only chance of getting back. And then he finds out that John Locke has died, and it sends him over the edge. It would explain Kate's behaviour of being so dismissive, because she has no love for John Locke. In fact, John Locke has basically kicked her out of his little group in the present, separating her from Sawyer. So if that plays out in the same sort of light into the future, then yeah, I don't think Kate would have a lot of love for John Locke and would be uncaring about his death. Of course, it could be wrong. As I said, that's just a theory, a working theory at the moment. But yes. What else did we have? Right. John has captured Miles and Ben. And Miles tries to blackmail Ben for 3.2 million. I mentioned before, oddly specific. In fact, Ben mentioned that was oddly specific. So who is Ben on the outside world? Has he got lots and lots of money? Or does he know someone with lots of money? Someone who Ben is important to, that would pay off his ransom? What? No. Okay. We need lots more information on everything there. The Constant. Because there isn't really any consistency on this island at the moment. So what is the Constant? Is it the lie? Is it the lie that Jack and Kate and Hugo and Sayid have weaved? Is that the Constant? I think I've cleared my head now of everything that was going through. There are a couple of things from seasons 1 to 3 that I'm still a bit dubious about in the timeline. But I'll save that for another time if it ever comes up again, because I'm not entirely sure whether it's actually going to be relevant, so I won't bother mentioning it now. But yeah, I've been watching old episodes from the first and second season again because I'm addicted to this show now. I am thoroughly addicted to it. There's a couple of things I noticed that I hadn't noticed on my first and second watches. But now's not the time to talk about that. Now's the time to be watching this episode. So, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, Desmond's off the island as well, isn't he? So he's... Except is he? You've got to keep to the coordinates exactly.
Why are you flying directly into the Thunderhead?
Why don't you just sit back and let me do my job, huh?
Because that's the entrance.
She told Charlie she didn't know about this boat, correct?
Aye.
What do you expect to find when you get there?
Answers.
Yeah. No. Because they never made it back, did they? When Daniel called, they hadn't got back.
On your sodden feet! Move! Move!
He's back in the...
What are you waiting for?
He's having a... This isn't a memory, is it? This is a...
What's the matter, Hugh? Did you not hear me?
I'm sorry, sir. I was having a dream, sir.
You were having a dream, were you?
I was in a helicopter, sir. And there was a storm, sir. And I don't remember the rest, sir.
At least it was a bloody military dream.
Okay, so... It's been flung back again. Oh. Okay, then.
Almost through it. Nice and daylight.
What are you doing, Hugh?
Desmond, are you alright?
Who are you?
Oh, what? No, what?
Oh, you know my name!
Oh, what? Okay, then. No.
They took off a day ago.
Oh,
Why
it's
haven't
been
we
a
heard-
day.
I'm going to tell you again, as I've been telling you all night, Doctor. I don't know.
Come on. Maybe we should just tell him.
Tell them what?
Dan,
That there's a time
it's not confusing.
distortion.
Your perception of how long your friends have been gone, it's not necessarily how long they've actually been gone.
Oh, there's a time dilation on the island.
This is a
Time moves
mistake.
differently.
It'll be fine.
Faster.
It'll be fine. As long as Frank flew on the bearings that I gave him, if he stayed on it, it'll be fine.
And what if he didn't?
Then there might be side effects.
God, you know my name! Where am I? I'm trying! Let go of me!
Keep away from the stick. We'll be there in 2 minutes.
So they may not have been crashed for 3 months. They might have only been crashed for a few days. In real terms.
What are you doing back?
Who are they? Survivors of 815.
So you brought them here.
What the hell were you thinking? Right, where am I?
All right, just take it.
Who are you people?
What
What am I doing here? Who are you people?
My friend is historian.
I'm not your friend! I don't know you! I don't know you! I don't know these people. I don't know these people.
I understand.
No, but this is wrong! I'm not supposed to be here!
20, 21, 22,
Yeah?
23,
Here, what?
24.
What the hell are you doing on your feet?
Right! Squad! On your face!
But this didn't happen, did it, in real life? In the real timeline?
Go, 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 go!
Keep moving!
When I was in the yard doing crunches, I left.
What do you mean you left?
I was on a boat. And then I was back here right where I started.
Des, If you're trying to get us out of service...
Billy, I'm telling you the truth, man. There was a photo. Penny was in the photo.
What? Oh, Des! Where are you going?
Thanks for this morning, Hugh.
Dick.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch your step.
We're gonna go get the doc, and he's gonna want to ask you some questions to help us sort all this out.
What do you mean, sort of? Wait a minute. What do you mean? I'm not supposed to be here! I'm not supposed to be here! Open this door! Open this door!
Hey,
Somebody else in there?
hey, hey.
Oh.
It's happening to you too.
What's happening to Desmond? Your friends know what's wrong with him.
If they do, they're not sharing it with me.
They perhaps will share how he took off at dusk and landed in the middle of the day.
Ah.
Listen, I don't know what's happening to your buddy, all right? But you gotta trust me when I tell you this. I am trying to help you.
You want to help me? Give me your phone. Let me call my people.
You give me that weapon and I'll give you this phone.
No thanks.
All right, you're on speaker.
On the helicopter, something happened to Desmond. He doesn't appear to recognize me or know where he is.
Side effects?
Yep.
Wait, your friend, Desmond, has he recently been exposed to high levels of radiation or electromagnetism?
Yes. When he turned the key.
Okay, look, we don't know why, but going to and coming from the island, some people can get a little confused. I was just on a Ferris wheel.
Oh. It's gonna keep happening, isn't it?
See, Ray? I'm not crazy. It's happening to him too, Ray. And it's gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen to all of us. Everyone!
Oh, is this the
Start heading to
sickness?
that island again.
Would you please step aside?
It's not gonna stop it, Ray. Nothing can stop it, Ray. Nothing can stop it.
And how are you feeling?
What the bloody hell is going on?
I understand you're disoriented.
You're not gonna stick me with that, brother.
I don't want to stick you with anything.
Desmond.
Desmond.
Oh, they're unresponsive.
Desmond, why don't you tell me about the last thing you remember?
Hello?
Penny?
What do you want, then?
Penny, listen, I'm in trouble. I think something's happened to me. Can I come and see you?
No. No, and don't bother showing up at the flat either, because I've moved.
Move? Where?
It doesn't matter. Look, Desmond, I'm gonna go. Please, just don't call me.
No, listen, Penny, I need you.
Give Desmond the phone.
Give him the phone now!